Hey there, everybody. Recently, I published a blog post article on my website talking about how money always finds me when I need it. Um, and it's a big step for a lot of people I know, and it's not something I came to overnight one day. It's been an evolution over several years where I've finally gotten that into my belief system. But I wanted to talk about it a little bit today in this video and kind of dig a little bit deeper into what I mean by that, and then close with 3 steps that you can take today to start bringing more money into your life. So let's talk about it. The first thing is you need to understand how the brain works. So, what you need to understand is your brain is divided into 3 sections. There's the autonomous section, there's the conscious section, and there's the subconscious section. Now, without getting into a big, long, drawn out anatomy lesson, what you need to understand is how those 3 parts function. Your autonomous brain is the part of your brain that controls the stuff that keeps you alive. It regulates your blood pressure, it regulates your heart rate, your breathing rate, your body temperature, your digestion, your metabolism, all the key systems in your body that you really don't want any control over. You want these to run on autopilot. The second part is your conscious brain. That's the big, giant, meaty part that's up here. That's the part that helps you to think, that helps you to reason. That's the part where if someone asks you what's 2 plus 2, you know the answer is 4. That's because your conscious brain is helping you to think and reason and problem solve. If you have a problem that needs a solution, your creative brain is the part that gets engaged to find you a solution. If you want to draw a picture or paint a painting, that's the other half of your brain, but that is still your conscious mind. It's helping to bring together all of your talents and facilities and all of your learned memories over the course of your life to bring things into fruition. Now, that's the good part of the conscious mind. The bad part is it's also the part that establishes your beliefs system. And this is where this is kind of going. So your belief system is what defines what you believe is real. What you believe is how the universe works.
This isn't real.
What is real? How do you define real? If you're talking about what you can feel, what you can smell, what you can taste and see, then real is simply electrical signals interpreted by your brain.
If you have a good belief system, obviously you believe things that are good. If you have a bad belief system, it's going to limit what you are and what you're capable of doing. And this is where the conscious mind is a double-edged sword. It's both good and bad. Now, the most important part of your entire brain, other than keeping you alive, in my opinion, is your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind has 2 very important functions. The first function is it's the side that helps you dream, to imagine. When children are born with an incredible imagination. And anything is possible in the mind of a child.
Look, Mom, I drew a picture of me landing on the moon. Look, Mom, I made a prototype of the rocket out of macaroni. Look, Mom, I made a real rocket based on the macaroni prototype.
A lot of the limiting beliefs that people have as adults were formed by the parents informing the child, you can't do this. Even though you can do it, you can't do it if you think you can. That's why I've always heard the expression, if you think you can or you think you can't, you're right both ways. Just depends on your focus, which brings us to the second most important function of your subconscious mind, and that is your focus. And this is where the law of attraction starts to come into play. What you focus your energy on and what you focus your thoughts on is what you attract into your life. Your subconscious has one job, to make sure whatever you want happens. And whatever you want is based on your belief system and your limiting belief system. So I'll explain it in this way, and this is a very good example. Right now, as you're listening to this video, there is light coming in from outside your room. There are sounds in your house that you're not paying attention to. There are smells in your room that you've just become accustomed to. See, the human brain is bombarded with sensory input. Your subconscious mind is what allows your conscious mind to delete information that is not relevant. Now, the fact that I've told you there are lights in the room or the sounds in the room, your subconscious mind has now switched on a focus to pay attention to those and like, yeah, he's right, there is. So that's kind of a real quick and simple explanation of how the subconscious mind will drive the thought processes and the focus of the conscious mind. Now, why is all this important? Because, like I said before, what you focus on is what you attract. If you focus on not having money, you will attract scenarios that you don't have money. If you focus on scenarios where you do have money, then you will attract money into your life. An example, we just got back from vacation and we went to Florida. Uh, because I have a belief system where I have built into my brain that money will always find me whenever I need it. Not whenever I want it, but whenever I need it. So we wanted to go on vacation. And step number one of getting anything done is put it on the calendar. Once you put it on the calendar, you make it real. So we scheduled it. And as soon as we scheduled it, my subconscious shifted my focus into ways to pay for it. And we found a credit card that had 0% interest for 12 months. Well, because of all of my businesses and because of all of the money I've got coming in from a variety of places, I knew I could pay for it within 12 months. So I got the credit card. We paid for everything. It's basically no interest, and that paid for the vacation. 2 days into the vacation, I got an email from my employer saying that, oh, by the way, your pay bonus is going to be in your paycheck this month. So my wife and I have the same employer. Therefore, we each got the same pay bonus. So money just magically appeared that we didn't know. Because we were focused on the vacation, because we were focused on money, my mind shifted to say, okay, I now have found the money to pay for the vacation. The money was always going to be there, but if I didn't have that focus, the money might have gone somewhere else. So yes, it is true that I did not really manifest that money into my life. What I manifested was the focus to realize that that money that had just come into my life, which was going to happen anyway, could now be used for the purpose that I needed it to. So that's why it's important to focus your energy on abundance and haves versus lack and have nots. Let's talk about some things that you can do today to bring more money into your life. The very first one is stop focusing on lack. The biggest mistake that people make is in the language that they use. If you look at something and say, we can't afford that, you're right. But if you say, we can afford that, you're also right. What it comes down to is focus. The better way to phrase that, instead of saying we can't afford it, is to say, I choose not to spend my money on that right now. And that's different because one is a victim mentality, one is an empowerment mentality. Because chances are, whatever it is, unless you're trying to buy a new Tesla or some expensive thing that you realistically do not have the money to pay for, if you're looking for a vacation or if you're looking to buy, a new phone or a new, gadget gizmo or even clothes, instead of saying I don't have the money, you technically do have the money, but the money is allocated for rent, or the money is allocated for food, or it's allocated for something that's more important than what the item is that you're trying to buy. Which leads me to the second thing you can do right now, and that is start a budget and live with it. Um, there's a thing called, I call it, I don't know what the actual name is, but I call it the entropy effect. Chaos will expand to fill the spaces provided. And if you do not have a budget, if you do not have a handle on your expenses and your income, you will always exceed your income with your expenses. So the best thing that you can do is start a budget today. Start identifying every penny that comes into your life and every penny that goes out of your life. Now, me personally, I use a software program called You Need a Budget. And I'll put a link down in the description below. But you don't have to use the software, but I like it. I've been using it for probably 15 years, and it's changed my life because what it's done is it's allowed me to figure out where my money is going and where my money is coming from. So if I know that I can afford something, but in order to afford that something, I have to take money from A and apply it to B. So it is possible to move money around, but only when you know where the money's coming and where the money is going. The third thing is have an accountability partner. I just recently read a book called Show Your Work, which I've also written about on my blog post. I'll probably do a video on at some point. But in that book, the idea is share your journey with others. Now, it's going to be painful, it's going to be embarrassing, but there is something powerful about having an accountability partner and having someone that you're going to tell, hey, I ate this thing today I shouldn't have ate, or yeah, I spent money on this thing I shouldn't have spent money on, because you now have to justify to someone else why you're doing the things you're doing. For me, I choose to use YouTube like this, and I choose to use my blog, uh, and I use the internet as my accountability partner. You guys are hearing my journey. You're hearing my story, and both the good and the bad, you're hearing all of it. And that's how I choose to share it. Maybe you just want to have, talk to your spouse or talk to your parents or talk to your siblings. But whoever it is, whatever it is, find an accountability partner. Tell them what you're doing, share your journey with them, let them understand, and you may motivate them to do things. One of the reasons I'm doing this as a YouTube channel is I want to inspire people to do what I'm doing. You may not necessarily want to start a business. You may not necessarily want to, get into reselling or creating content on the internet, but you do, and I think pretty much everyone knows that, more money in their lives would equate to a better life. If you can focus your energy on positive things, abundance, get a handle on your expenses, and be accountable for what you do right and what you do wrong, I think you're going to find a significant shift in your life. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say today. I hope you guys found this value. If you did enjoy it and you stuck around to the end, please consider subscribing to the channel. You can see I've got my little YouTube counter there trying to track again, it's just a visual reminder. It's not, I don't really care about the numbers, but it motivates me to continue creating this content, which is what I'm trying to do. Create more content, create more value, touch more people's lives, help more people become successful. So if you like this and you enjoy this, I'm going to be doing more of this. I'm going to try 2 videos a week. That's a very aggressive goal for me, considering everything going on in my life. At the very least, I want to do 1 video a week. We're going to start today, and we're going to see what happens, see how long I can keep this up, hopefully. But that little sign right there is going to be my motivation to keep me going. So if you like it, subscribe to the channel. Give the video a like. Hit the little thumbs up, and it'll help the algorithm get this video out to more people. Anyway, that's it. Thanks a lot, guys. Take care. God bless, and I will talk to you on the next video. See ya. Bye-bye.